Hello, crafty friends. It's Debbie with Make It With Me. Today, I am participating in another Team Tiny Hop. This is for June 2023. And this month, of course, since Father's Day is coming up, it is a masculine card. I had this set called He's All That, and then the paper pack was He's the Man. And I've only used it once, and it wasn't for a Father's Day card. It was another masculine card. And if you're like me, I just don't do that many masculine cards. So this set was really nice. The paper has cars and just all masculine things for grilling, things for, ties and dress up. And this is just a really nice, versatile set. And this is some of the paper. And then, of course, the backside you could use on any kind of masculine card. That camping paper I think about for my son-in-law for his birthday. So we don't camp, but they do. So that'll be nice. But I just wanted to show you this pack. And so I am going to make a Father's Day card. I just was in the mood to do just not a lot of coloring or anything. This might be one of the simplest cards I've ever made. So I'm going to use the Very Vanilla for my card base, and then I've pulled out a sheet of craft paper and cut that to fit at just a little past 4 1/4 by 4 by 5 1/4. And then the panel with the grilling things and the cow. I first thought this was directional, but then I noticed the cows were kind of going different directions, the cow and the pigs. So I just pulled out a piece of the cutouts, and then I'll be doing a little bit of stamping. But the first thing I want to do is this little paper tear piece that was in the pack. I'm just going to kind of go around the edges with that early espresso ink and go around all of the elements that are a little bit lighter colored. And I will tell you, public service announcement, don't do a video right after you've re-inked your ink pad. Ask me how I know that. You'll see me struggle a little bit with having way too much ink in this ink pad, because I had just this morning, before I recorded this, I thought I let it sit long enough, but it is really, really juicy. And it's not making too much of a difference here with the edging, but when I start stamping, you'll see. So don't do that like I did. But you know what? I embrace the mistakes on this channel, so I'm leaving it in. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and stamp this to the man who does everything, which this is for my husband, and he truly, truly does. He just does everything. He does laundry, housework, grilling, yard work. He just does it all. So he deserves it. And he is getting a new Blackstone grill for Father's Day this year. So I thought I'd make him a really nice card. So here you see where I'm struggling with too much ink, and I stamped it a few times, used paper on it, couldn't get it to work, and finally I thought I'm just going to dab my finger over it, and that seemed to work, and then I was happy with it. So I'm going to get that stamped, and then there was, I forgot to show you the die set, I think, but there are some cute dies in it, and I'm just using the couple of basic ones, just the one to cut this one out. You could just cut this out, but I just kind of liked those rounded edges, and you'll see in the photos, it just kind of makes it look a little neater. And I'm going to pull out my mini embossing cut and emboss machine and get that cut out. And then I am just going to just pull my card out and just kind of place things where I think I want them to be. I'm going to go ahead and just figure out where I want them. This little jagged edge piece that looks like it's torn. Now that orange was a scrap that I had left over from another card that I did, and then I pulled out this little banner from the punch outs. And then to bring in a little bit of that orange, I liked the flame on this one that says "You're flipping awesome." I really liked that one. So I've kind of got everything where I want it, and I'm just going to go start gluing that down. I'm not going to put you through all this gluing. You all don't need to sit here and watch me do all that. So while I'm putting everything together, I'll just kind of talk a little bit about Team Tiny for those that may not have visited the channel before. And Team Tiny is a Facebook group. We're all YouTube content creators that are under 1,000 subscribers. Some of us are very close to that. I am quite far away from it, but that's okay. And because you don't have to put up with the ads, you know. So, but we just get together every month and have a theme. and there will be several in the hop. You can just hit that hashtag and go from one person to another, and hopefully you'll discover a new creator that you like. So you can see I've kind of changed my mind here. I decided that I didn't like the rectangle shape of both of those being on the front of the card. I like the grill, but I decided to pull out this other stamp set that says, what is that one? Holy smoke, you're amazing. And of course, I had too much ink, so I had to do the second generation stamping. And then I'm just going to die cut that out. And then I wanted to bring in a little more of that orange again. I kind of put it on there thinking I would leave it plain, but I don't know. I guess I'm not, I have struggled with plain. I need to embrace that a little bit more. But anyway, so I'm going to pull out this scrap with this orange and bring a little bit more of that orange in. And so I'm just going to glue this down and then fussy cut that out. And I think that that'll bring in enough of that orange that I'll like it a little bit better. And of course, this is just really super simple fussy cutting. I do better with the more complicated fussy cutting, actually, because when it's just an oval or a circle like this, I do struggle getting those straight all the way around. But I actually did pretty good on this one. So I'm just going to get that placed on there, and I think that looks a little better. And then I remember there was this little arrow in the punch outs, so I decided to grab that, and that brings in even a little bit more color on the card. And so I'm going to point that up to the man who does everything and get that glued down. And then I am going to pull those Stampin' Dimensionals out again and then pop this piece up. And I'm liking the way that's looking. I think that looks good. And then I really liked those rustic metallic enamel dots. I thought those, I hadn't used very many of those. I almost forgot that I had them. And I'm pretty sure those even came in the suite with this set. That or another one. I don't have too many masculine. So I'm going to place those around. And I started to stop at 3, and I thought, nah, let's do a couple more. Why not? I tell you, I just have trouble with plain and simple. But this was such a relaxing card to do. It just, I don't know, it was so simple and easy, and I just wasn't in the mood to do a lot of coloring and a bunch of die cutting today, and this one just really worked for me, and I think it turned out really nice. And I didn't want to give up on that flame piece that says you're flipping awesome, so I pulled the dimensionals off of it and decided to glue it down on the inside. And here again, I'm struggling with that too much ink on my ink pad. But you know what? Lesson learned. Next time I'm going to use a color in a video, I won't ink it up the same day. I'll let it sit for a day or two, or press it down with the back of a spoon. I've heard that works. And then I start to use this Hello Handsome and didn't. And in hindsight, I kind of wish I would have stamped it on that little jagged piece, but I didn't. But I think I'm just going to leave well enough alone. I hope you like this set. This is really versatile. I think you could do a lot with that. You've got birthday, just anniversary together for the long haul. I just think if you don't have a masculine set, this is a really good one. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Join everybody on the hop, and happy stamping.